All right, so we are live now. A bit early, no introduction today. We're gonna start answering your comments, your questions. Let's see how it's here. Tiffany, Isla Amor, hello. You want to say hello in the comments? You're free to say that, to comment anything, to make any questions you want. We're gonna be talking today about that last video from Meghan Markle that she published on this initiative called the 40 by 40. It's really helpful if you like this video because it's somehow by some kind of magical algorithm makes YouTube understand that you like what you're saying, and then it prefers like recommends it to other people, so your likes are greatly appreciated. Hello, Veronica is early today. Hello, Veronica. Jacqueline, all right, not happy about this. Tell me, Jacqueline, why are you not happy? Not happy about what? We haven't even started. I'd like to make, in case you don't know which one is the video we're been talking about, we're gonna watch the video. I don't know if you have seen the video. I'm going to put it here now. Is this video with Melissa McCarthy? I don't know if you have seen it. And I've like jump a bit through it. Gonna talk about that initiative. I think the initiative is really good. I'm gonna understand why. Hey, hello from Sweden, Tudor 90. Yes, Jojo Santana, hello, welcome. Tanya Ratzva, hello, and welcome to Juniper, Latoya, Diane, Amanda. A lot of baddies today here. Really good right now. It's 268 baddies at this moment. So I'm gonna. There's a nice frame here from Meghan. She has a nice expression. Let me look for it. I don't know. I had seen it before. Why does it happen that I get almost everything right before starting, and once I start the live, I don't find the expression I wanted to find? Well, never mind. If you haven't seen this video, this is a video that Meghan Markle published on her 40th birthday, and it's supposedly has to be comedy or funny about an initiative that is called the 40 by 40 initiative from the Archwell Foundation, that is her foundation with Prince Harry. And this 40 by 40 initiative is very interesting. It's quite interesting because it's inviting 40 friends, Meghan's friends, 40 friends, to donate 40 minutes of their time. That's the part that sounds a bit odd, but whatever. 40 minutes of their time to mentor women that have been who have lost their jobs due to COVID, have been through hard times last year, this year, and that sounds really great because it's really needed. That mentorship, that motivation, inspiration is always needed. It's always welcome, and if you can get that from someone that also has an history, because everyone has a history of being through hard times and good times, and it can be a relevant or celebrity or someone. I think that there's Adele has agreed to be one of those mentors. Then the Justin Trudeau is also the Prime Minister from Canada, and I don't remember at this moment who else said yes, but it's a nice initiative. It's great. In fact, I think it's very important for this. I myself last year had to make so many changes to the way I work, the way I produce my content, and it was really hard. It was not easy for I think for nobody, because most of us had to be in lockdowns. You know that isn't hard. That is not hard. That is not easy for most people. Okay, you might be an introvert, you might like solitude, but being forced to be indoors, that's something that many people like exploded their depression, their anxiety, those things that doesn't let you live life to your fullest, like mm, are a threat to your mental health. That so many things, and any help that we can get is welcome. Now, having said that, this is a problem. And it's not about having any like grudge with Meghan or anything. I find really funny some things about her and Prince Harry, of course, like everyone else does. I think I don't know if you have seen my video, of the grudge, so to speak, between Meghan and Kate Middleton. There are good things to be said. There are bad things to be like suggested, but in the end, it's like understanding why this video in particular it felt so off. And that's one of the particular things about body language. You don't only watch the body language, you know that they want to project someone. Everyone wants to project a message, and that message is body language, is what you say, is the way you convey it, how you package that message. It's not just the words. The words itself have a meaning and certain power, but at the same time, it's how you package it. And this, I like to know. I like to read your comments too. I need an assistant here. I like to read your comments. Stole it from Barack Obama. I don't remember a video like that. People who like Megan's video. There are people that like Megan's video, and I can understand the intention. They say the intention is what it counts. The how she delivered it. That's what. Oh, let's watch the first part. Let's watch the first, I don't know, the first 30 seconds and see what do we have here. If you don't know Melissa McCarthy, she's an American comedian. Maybe some of you will say that she's not a comedian at all, or she's not funny. I think she has her fair share of funny roles, her hits and misses. As there's some movies from her that I like a lot, and some have criticized her from being with Meghan, and we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna watch the first minute while I answer your comments.
Melissa, do you have a second?
Hey, yes, of course. I'm working on that. You remember I told you I was going to do that organic garden? That's what I'm doing.
You know your camera's on, right? I can see you.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
No, it's no problem. It's fine.
This will probably seem better for you.
Okay. It's my 40th birthday, and I've got an idea.
I know what it is.
Really?
My first guess is it another photo shoot under a tree where you're looking very peaceful.
Peaceful under trees me every day.
No? Okay. Are we finally getting matching tattoos? I mean,
Well, you know, I already have something really similar across my back.
this one's you, and that one's me. Because sometimes I'm like, are we twinsies?
You know, maybe we save it for when I turn 50.
Okay, let's pause a bit of that. Well, there's like this setting, like she's casually calling Melissa McCarthy, calling Melissa, and they are casually having a conversation. And Melissa, it seems like she's not aware that her webcam is on, her camera is on, and she goes and dresses appropriately. And we're going to talk about a few things here. They're trying to be funny, but so far, if you saw me smiling, if you saw me laughing or smiling right now, I was looking at the comments. Some comments that were very very funny. That she is told the idea that she is fake. That there's nothing that's too much that is off with her. But my interest, what I want to know, what I wanted to like dissect is why this specific video went so fake. And this is, of course, the first thing that I notice is the setting itself. Well, it starts with Melissa with a Rubik's cube. That's nice. The setting is nice too. This is very clear. This is very a lot of light. That's important to convey a message of inspiration, of that they want to convey a message of inspiration. One comment was very interesting. I missed it. That this comment. I'm sorry, but let's see. It was. It should be the mentoring should be people that have been through hardships, and that's what I was telling you, that most people have gone through hardships, and the mentorship should be from people who have been through hardships and not from a real housewife of Montecito. I'm sorry, but I lost track of who made that content. That comment was really, yes, here it is. All right. Such motivation should be inspirational from someone who overcame the hardships, but not from a real housewife of Montecito, referring to Meghan's current like neighborhood, Montecito. So Montecito is a county, it's a city. I can say it right now. The problem is that the moment when Meghan appears,
Hey, Melissa, do you have
okay,
a
let's
second?
wait from
Hey,
a full
yes,
frame.
Of course. I'm working on that. You remember I told you I was.
I want to be that full frame of Meghan. Let's jump here. I want to see Meghan in that full frame. Yes, that full frame. Something this is like my first impression of what I'm saying. You're saying a huge, literally huge table, all right? It's really, in this case, the lighting, it's also very good. It's impressive the way that they chose the lighting. The angle of the camera is very well crafted. So I must congratulate the cameraman, the one that produced the video, because it's really well balanced. And there's this principle in art that is the golden ratio. There's something that is used in artworks, in paintings, in architecture, that you try to divide your frame in an harmonious way. And Meghan is in fact right in that. I don't know if you can see my, yes, you can see my cursor, right? Yes, you can see my cursor. That there's a imaginary line there that right perfectly divides the frame in that golden ratio. So it's exquisitely well framed, that shot of Meghan. So we know that this was a professional. It's so professional, in fact, that the problem is when something is so professional, it subtracts a bit from the spontaneous. What you want to be like spontaneous, you want to look funny. It should not be that professional. It's like a paradox. It's a small paradox, but you have to understand that you have to like be aware of that if you want to create content that looks spontaneous and authentic. If it's too professional, if it's too polished, then it's simply going to be like plastic or fake. In this case, I must say it looks a lot really natural until I look at all those books. These are Meghan's books. You know that Meghan published a children's book. This is huge. It's like, I don't know, it can be like 2 feet books here. Look really heavy. That's the bench, the book that she wrote about. I don't know in fact what's the book about, but it's a children's book, and she has her laptop over a whole lot of more books here. And there are a few things that struck me like I don't know, off. I don't know why I see that as off. Having so many, you have this so clean ambience. It's absolutely clean. Okay, you have to notice that. It's like there's nothing off place. Even the pillow where the dog The dog is called, in fact, Guy. I don't know if that has to do with the body language Guy. I hope not. But the dog's name is Guy. Guy is in the pillow, and it's almost like Guy is posing in the perfect spot that I don't know. It's a perfect frame. It's a perfect composition. If you have studied art, you know that this is a virtually perfect composition, and I like that. I like that. But if you want to, there's like an Easter egg here. The towel with the H from Harry. I know that's the initial from a famous brand, but it's the H from Harry, and this is good in the sense that it's very well produced, it's very well presented. There's really good taste in the way you produce the video, but you want something that looks spontaneous, and then you have a conflict between two concepts: a conflict between being spontaneous and funny, and the concept of being extremely professional, and I don't know, polished. I think the books were like an attempt to look like she has I don't know, a bit of a mess in her desk, just to create some kind of a mess in her desk, so it doesn't look as tidy. As I tell you, you need some of that spontaneous, something to look like you're casually talking to someone. And those are the things that you have to be extremely aware, because you want the message to be the protagonist of your video or your article or whatever you're going to share, the content that you're going to create. And you have to make sure that every single one of those, your symbols, your codes, your body language, your words, are working together towards that message. And so that struck me good in the sense of exquisite execution, but I don't know, it doesn't ring well with the message she's trying to convey. And there's also the thing that Melissa, first she has a robe and is casually looking to the side. It's like typical Melissa McCarthy attitude, like laid back, and then she changes to this attire. All right, like it's a bit like mocking those dresses that you see in those Royal British Encounters Gardens. There's so many of you that know much better about this topic than me, but it's like mocking that. It's like I'm getting dressed for the occasion, and you know that's a bit of a friction between the concept of what Meghan is like, putting all that behind, and what Melissa's trying to convey here. And that is a joke. It's she changing her attire to this. It's like, hey, this is like a shot or something, like throwing something. I don't remember the expression in English. It's like throwing a little rock, a little piece of paper at the royals. It's like we're mocking them with this attire. And this is the kind of things that, again, are drawing attention away from whatever you want to convey. You want to talk about the initiative 40 by 40 to help women in these times of COVID. You want to make something funny. You want to make something that looks spontaneous, but you have to stay away from the jokes that have a subtext of another conflict that doesn't really belong here. You are not interested in throwing shade. Yeah, that's the expression, throwing shade. Melissa is throwing shade at the royal life, all right? She's throwing shade at royal life. And I think if you want to be funny, you have to make a build up. You have to like a bit of storytelling or a build up to like land in the topic that you want to talk about. But you cannot start the video with something that it's like an open wound that you have. It's something that you haven't. Meghan wants to the world to believe that she has already overcome all that. That she crossed the Atlantic. She went to Montecito. She just cut all ties. That Harry cut all ties, and she's over it already. But then she does this kind of jokes, like throwing shade this way. It's like you are going all over again the same topic, and I say, hey, this is not what you are trying to do. This is not what you want to convey. This is not the narrative that you want in a 2.5 minute video. This is a really short video. It's the first joke that you are including in a video that's trying to bring awareness about an initiative of your foundation. It's really odd. We have already two things that are going against Meghan's intentions. Meghan's intentions, I repeat, I think very good. This is a really good initiative about helping women in these times of needs, but the video so far looks a bit cringe. I think Melissa's trying to cheer it up. I don't find Meghan much charismatic, and it's not her fault. I think it's not her fault. It are people that not much charismatic. Charisma is something that you can build, that you can work, that you can like try, but it always if you try too hard, you will come out as fake. That's one of the problems with Meghan. She sometimes has genuine smiles, but something that I find off about her attitude. She's trying to come out as funny or laid back, but something like tense about her. I like a lot the way the lighting again is very good in this frame. I think that's a fireplace in the back. It's also a very good composition. I understand. I believe the necklace that she's using is about the constellations of the signs of Archie and Lilibet. That's a nice touch. Her hair looks very good. Her skin looks very good. Her attire looks very good. But I don't know why it feels there's something that it's off. It's off. It's like you're trying to look natural, but again, everything looks so perfect in the perfect spot that is off. That is something that you're not gonna believe that this is just a casual conversation. You are too perfect, like too perfect for a casual conversation. So you either produce a video with this level of production that is great. Congratulations to whoever produced this video, or you create something that looks more as an spontaneous. She and Harry I believe I have seen other videos of she talking with Harry about initiatives that their foundation has, and has been much more spontaneous, much more logical. This looks forced. That's the problem. And there's also the fact, let me see. All right, we also have, we're going to talk a bit about Melissa's desk. Melissa's desk is, I think it looks more, if you can say, natural. We have like a bit of random objects here, like pens, pencils. She also has, it's like a trend to having your laptop over a bunch of books. And I don't know, but I think she had the opportunity, or I don't know, maybe the friends like, who is Michael Jang? This name here, one of the books. In fact, the book is called "Who is Michael Jang?" Maybe it's her friend, or I don't know. I have no idea. I must say, I have no idea who is Michael Jang, and I haven't Googled him. That's how much she got me interested in the topic. And there's also this name, Friedrich Kunath. I think I always believe that when I'm looking at a frame, that the people that made a video, the people that made a movie or a series, they want to send a message through the symbols in that frame. I use that. I use that in my videos. I always include Easter eggs, secret messages, secret symbols in my videos. I do it all the time, and I'm very glad when you discover them. So I think that's something that, if you remember the movie Minority Report from Tom Cruise, that he had to like guess a place by the things he look in a very limited clip or video from the people's minds, and it's like a game, a very popular game that is GeoGuessr. I think that you have to guess from what you see on the screen where is located that exact frame. So I look at this frame, I understand that a video that has this level of production, and Melissa is also a very good composition, her ominous dark table, the laptop, and everything. It's like I don't think those things are off place. They're trying to um, send us a message. BLJ 1992, thanks for your super sticker. Thank you very much. Now, that's what I mean when a message is off. This is not, and I want to be clear, this is not an attack on Meghan Markle. You have seen my videos. I've made fun of some. I have made some memes about her. I made some jokes about her. But it's specifically for you to be laid back, to have a bit of humor in my videos, to know what is the situation, the circumstances around her. Maybe you believe that she's a narcissist. Maybe you don't believe she's a narcissist. Maybe you believe that, like me, that Prince Harry's attitude before and after meeting Meghan is day and night. There's something that doesn't make sense at all. So you have suspicions that Meghan has to do something with it. There's also, I always want to give the benefit of doubt, but you stack so many signals over and over and over what's Meghan doing. And oh, by the way, that Besties Forever print is I think it's one of the cringest moments of the video. It's like, I don't know how does this movie. It was a movie about a female stalker. I don't know what the name of that movie. And the Spanish was, I think it was Mujer Soltera Busca. I don't know the name in English. I don't remember the name in English. Single White Female. It's a 1992 thriller drama. I think that was right with this was with Bridget Fonda, right? Am I right? No. Yes, Bridget Fonda and Jennifer Jason. What happened to Bridget Fonda? She used to make really good movies. Single White Female about stalking women. I don't know, women that was stalking someone that put a classified ad. I don't remember. The movie is really old. But this image, like the roses and like a circle, like a closed circle, is like, I don't know. It didn't look so well. I understand. It's a joke. All right. You're trying to do some comedy. You're trying to include humor in your video. Perfect. But I just don't get it. The rose is well, Melissa has a rose on her head. I believe it's a huge rose. I think it at some frame we can. I think it's a huge rose. What she got in there. I believe it's a huge rose. We see flowers. We see that cringe print with roses. Roses have their special symbolism. It's the symbolism of course, the blooming of every flower is the symbolism of loyalty, and there's quite a few symbols to that. So that really goes with the message that's trying to convey. Hey, you're my pal, you're my buddy. We're talking. We're planning something. So that's great. But it's that print, and especially the face, Meghan's face in that, like, is that pose that is like, I don't know. It's kind of creepy, you know. Let's play. Keep watching. See what else can we see. Let's play one more minute.
Well, I already have something really similar across my back.
This one's you, and that one's me. Because sometimes I'm like, are we twinsies?
Maybe we save it for when I turn 50.
Are you finally going to do a Suits reunion?
Okay, I love Suits, but why would I do a Suits reunion for my birthday?
Why would the cast of Friends do a reunion for my birthday? But they did it.
They did say they would only ever do it for a historical event. I think the bigger idea is...
Yacht party! Yacht party! Who's ready for a yacht?
Okay, there's something I want to say about the attitude of the two. Of course, the attitude of them both. I'm not expecting Meghan to have the same attitude or I don't know energy as Melissa. I have totally different personalities. I'm not asking for that, but I think Meghan is not even trying. It's like she's stuck in there. There's no inflection to her voice. If you remember, I don't have this video here. If you remember the this video that she had with, it was Meghan. There's one video that has Meghan, Harry, Kate Middleton while she was pregnant, and Prince William. They were the Fab Four at the same time, and you see Meghan talking at that time. I made a reference to that video in my analysis of Meghan and Kate Middleton, and she was so fluent, and I said she will have been, she literally would have been a great addition to the foundation that had Prince Harry, Kate Middleton, and Prince William, and then finally split. She would have, Meghan Markle would have been a great addition because she's the best public speaker of all of them. It's something natural to her. That's something that I have to give her. That's something that she has. But I don't know why here she looks so frozen, like frozen in time. She doesn't move. Her voice has no inflection. There's no absolutely no illustrator gesture when with your hands. There's no movement. Let's watch this part again. It's just a bit here, some movement.
Are you
but try to listen to Meghan's voice. I'm going to go back. Listen to Meghan's voice and try to listen to the inflections. Listen to Melissa's inflections, how the voice goes up and down, goes up in volume, goes low in volume. There's colors to that, and how Meghan's sounds a bit gray.
I mean,
Well, I already have something really similar across my back.
this one's you, and that one's me. Because sometimes I'm like, are we twinsies?
Maybe we save it for when I turn 50.
Are you finally going to do a Suits reunion?
Okay, I love Suits, but why would I do a Suits reunion for my birthday?
Why would the cast of Friends?
She's even asking a question. Why should I do a Suits reunion for my birthday? And the inflection of the question is almost non-existent. It's like she's controlling herself so much that she looks absolutely fake. It's like this clip here, this frame. I think the dog guy is moving even more than Meghan herself in this frame. Look, it's just absolutely not moving. It's like she's got a straight jacket. It's like she's all tied up. I found this so odd. Why are you not moving, girl? I don't know. Are you bound or something to the chair?
Twinsies.
Maybe we save it for when I turn 50.
Are you finally going to?
You see that Melissa has more movements with her body. She goes to the front, she goes to the back. She, I don't know, much more dynamic. This is great that she was in the videos. I think literally Melissa McCarthy saved the video from being a total wreck, and that's saying a lot. I know that some of you don't like Melissa's work, but in this video, I was just expecting. I don't understand what is the part. What is the part that I'm supposed to be something like joking or something funny, because I listen to a music, listen to some kind of music that is funny, that is reminds me to the Benny Hill theme show. The Benny Hill theme show is like the staple, the standard of comedy music. But in this case, it's like Meghan was absolutely not there, not there, and it's a shame that such a production, such a message that she wants to convey, that such work and so much like intention that Melissa wants to put in the video was lost because of the protagonist in this case. And what also I didn't understand is that you see the level of production, you see how polished is the production of all the video. Why then Melissa's voice sounds so much like with more power, with more intensity, with more dynamism, with more life than Meghan's? That's something that I didn't get. And yes, Meghan is an actress. She knows that for when you want to convey an emotion, when you want to convey a message, the message is not only with words but also with emotions, with your face, with your body. That's what it strikes me even more absurd. Her attitude in this video. I've seen her in public speak. I've seen Meghan public speaking doing speeches, and she's really good. She's quite good at that. She has this acting background. I'm not gonna judge if she's a good actress or a bad actress. I'm not the one who judge that. But that is absolutely nothing of that background. Nothing of that background is here. It's absolutely not present. That's another thing. Yet another thing that is absolutely odd and off. We can keep looking at that.
Suits reunion.
Okay, I love Suits, but why would I do a Suits reunion for my birthday?
Why would the cast of Friends do a reunion for my birthday? But they did it.
They did say they would only ever do it for a historical event. I think the bigger idea is...
Yacht party! Yacht party! Who's ready for a yacht? Like when you say no yacht, do you mean 0 yachts?
No, here's the idea. Because I'm turning 40,
I have a suggestion just in case. We need a loop gif. A loop gif with Meghan saying no. I will include it in one of my edited videos. I will do it. I will create the edited gif of Meghan saying no. And every time I make a video, I'm gonna put Meghan saying no in my videos. That will be great. Will awesome. Gonna do it.
No yacht, do you mean 0 yachts?
No, here's the idea. Because I'm turning 40, I'm asking 40 friends to donate 40 minutes of their time to help mentor a woman who's mobilizing back into the workforce. Over 2 million women...
Okay, this is the center of the message. And the center of the message came at 1 minute with 20 seconds. Very good. And almost a bit further down the middle. Meghan is talking about the topic of what she wants to convey. And this is the problem. You're going to see when she's talking, what she's saying, and what is the camera doing at that time. And what is Meghan doing at that time. This is supposedly, we're not supposed. This is the main topic of the video. The most important part of the video, because Meghan is explaining what is this about. That's why they made the video in the first place. The comedy video. And I have to say with quotation marks because I haven't laughed a bit since the start. Only with some things that doesn't have to do anything with the video. But in this case, I see Meghan, well, let's see her talking about the main topic of what she wants to say.
Because I'm turning 40, I'm asking 40 friends to donate 40 minutes of their time to help mentor a woman who's mobilizing back into the workforce.
Okay, this is the main topic. Because I'm turning 40, I'm going to ask 40 of my friends to then donate 40 minutes of their time to mentor women that have mobilized out of the workforce. This is the main topic. This is it. This is the sentence that summarizes everything. And when she says that, we are away from her. they chose, I don't understand how someone, and this is when I like to try to get into the mind of the ones that produce the video. These are people that know their craft. It shows that they know their craft. It shows that the editor has good timing. It shows that they have polished their craft through experience. It shows. Then, how is it possible that when Meghan is saying the most important part, the center of her message, they choose a camera that is further away from her? It should be nearer her, or in all cases, Melissa's understanding, getting the message. All right, that's a great idea. That's something I don't understand, and that's the moment that you start to make like an hypothesis. You get people that produce videos that are very good at producing videos, but they make a mistake that is very, very odd mistake in the most important part of the video. And there are two options. Maybe it was a mistake, think that I don't think so, or someone else told them that that was the take, that was the camera they had to use at that moment. Could be Meghan, I don't know. That's the hypothesis. When you're analyzing human behavior, when you are interrogating a suspect, when you're analyzing a video, when you are talking with someone, there's some things that just don't fit what you're looking. It's like a detective asking questions. You see that there's something that camera was not the one that should have been used for that statement. All right, they used after that
40 minutes of their time to help mentor a woman who's mobilizing back into the workforce. Over 2 million women in the US alone and tens of millions around the world have lost their jobs due to COVID. And I think if we all do it and all commit 40 minutes to some sort of...
Okay, that moment was also important. Was important statement about the stats. I would have introduced like a graphic or something to like visualize better the stats. Every statistic, every stat is much better visualized through a graphic. There's always it's like a norm. Should be, the camera should have been over her, directly over her, cut to a stat, and then over her again in that same frame. That's something that I don't understand that strategy. Maybe they didn't want to use graphics because wanted to make it spontaneous. But Melissa showed a graphic, yeah, the creepy graphic with the besties forever. She shows the graphic with the besties forever, the roses and etc. Why couldn't Meghan show a graphic, another graphic printed with her hand in front of the camera and showing the stats that way, in a spontaneous way? That's what I mean. She wants to project spontaneity, but it looks so fake, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame, because if you have an intention, I understand some of you, or your comments are very spot on about the 40 minutes. Donate 40 minutes of your time. All right, 40 minutes. Donating 40 minutes of their time sounds like a bit odd, because 40 minutes. I've been talking about more than 40 minutes now, and I think I could be talking a lot more. We could be learning a lot more if we're watching a video that's 2 minutes and a half long, and it's so many things that a woman that is in need of mentorship need. That I understand that it's a catchy message, 40 by 40 friends, 40 minutes, 40 years, her birthday, 40 years. But it's like when you measure that, what they're going to donate, if you stopped at 40, I'm going to invite 40 of my friends to mentor women that have been pushed away from the workforce, that are out of the workforce, that lost their jobs to COVID. That would have been great. But the moment that she says 40 friends to donate 40 minutes of their time, that looks so odd. That looks like cheap. All right, maybe, I don't know, maybe the 40 minutes are very highly valuable. I understand that many people that like charge a lot for 1 hour of coaching. But the moment that you measure that help, it's going to be 40 minutes. It's like falls short. Your message falls short. And falls short also in the sense we're going to go back, and that's why I'm telling you, that's why I talk about symbols, why I talk about codes. I talk about messages, not just with body language. Do you think, I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer sincerely. Do you think that 40 minutes of their time, donate 40 minutes of their time, these friends, are like in sync or have something to do with the way that she's portrayed in this setting? This setting is open, big, it has a heavy table, it has quite some opulence to it. I didn't notice that she also has white roses in here, really huge white roses. So that symbol of the loyalty is repeated over the video, and you compare it. The moment that you say 40 minutes, it just doesn't fit. Doesn't fit with what she's projecting here with those 40 minutes. So I think the concept, the intention is good. The intention is great, but the concept of calling them donating 40 minutes of your time, just cut it. Just don't mention it. That was wrong. All right? That's another thing. That's another reason why this message fell short. Why this message in most of its content was cringe, was creepy at times, because you say that there's a dissonance with some parts of the message, and what you want to project, with how Meghan is like not moving at all. Like her dog is moving more than her, and I don't know, that doesn't fit. So this is very important for you if you want to make a presentation, for example, a business presentation, or you want to have a business call with someone, or you have to project. You need to project a message. You have to understand, the first thing you want to know is how the other person wants to absorb or receive your message. And this is a very, very nice anecdote of a man that has this business. He was someone that sold things through the phone, and he said that he was very good in selling things through the phone, and he was doing sales calls all day. And he said, hey, since I'm dedicating full time to sales calls, then I'm going to configure everything to make the best technology possible. So he isolated the sound. He bought the best microphones. He bought everything, the best he could afford for that. And he saw that he started going down with his closing. He didn't close as much as before, getting all the best microphone and the best sound and best everything. He finally found out, to make the story short, he found out that people listened to his voice in such a radio perfect, radio host perfect way that it sounded unnatural. They felt like they were guests in a radio station, a radio show, and that was like stressing for them. He tried to make the best sound possible, but they felt much more comfortable when his voice was going through a regular microphone, through the regular microphone of the phone, because that's the way they listen to all their contacts, to their friends, to everyone. So the moment he bought the best microphone, he isolated the sound of his office. At that moment, he did the exact opposite of how he wanted to convey. The sound was so good that it stressed the people that he was calling for sales, that his prospects. So that's something that you have to consider. How is my message? How is what I'm projecting? How am I dressing? How is my posture? How am I getting the message across? And that's one of the things that we should be able to laugh at ourselves, and maybe sometimes don't take ourselves so seriously. Maybe try to play dumb. That's very important. There's a superpower. You learn to play dumb at the right moment, and you'll be unstoppable. And I think that's the best superpower that we all need. Let's keep watching the video. And for those of you that are arriving not late, it's not like you arriving late, we're talking about the video that Meghan Markle published in the Archwell Foundation page about her initiative to help women that have lost their jobs because of lockdowns, because of COVID. And it's I insist, a really good initiative, an initiative that we need. But the video comes as it's delivered in a cringe way because it goes against what she wants to convey with her message, and that's a cardinal sin of communication. I think we were like here in the most important part.
I'm asking 40 friends to donate 40 minutes of their time to help mentor a woman who's mobilizing back into the workforce. Over 2 million women in the US alone and tens of millions around the world have lost their jobs due to COVID. And I think if we all do it and all commit 40 minutes to some sort of act of service, we can create a ripple effect. You in?
Yes, times 40. 40, 40, 40, and then 40 times I say yes. Is it okay if I still do it in the hat?
I have to say that Melissa really tried to like bring the whole thing up, but Meghan's voice and attitude is something that you really are not interested. You don't feel interested. You don't feel engaged. You don't feel anything about it. And this is if you didn't, I bet you bring someone that doesn't know who is Meghan Markle and doesn't know anything about all the Meghan Gate, all the affairs, well, all the issues with the problems with the royals, don't know anything. And it's gonna, I'm sure that they're gonna say that they don't feel like this woman here, Meghan, wants to engage with her message. And that's something that's the most of thing that you can ever like imagine. You have a very specific video, 2 minutes and a half. You want every second to count. That's why I had to watch this video. I don't know, like 10 times to understand. Is there any version, any longer version of this video? I was sure that I was looking at a very bad edited clip of random clips until we get to the main point, to the main topic of what she wanted to say. But no, this is the video, and that's why it's so off, and that's why it's off that she's in that setting and she's talking about women that lost their jobs to COVID, and that is a great dissonance too, of course. And it may sound hypocritical, of course, that you're talking this setting in this way about women that lost their jobs, and that's important too. That's something that you're not receiving that message directly, but it's implied in all the codes, in all the setting, in all her attitude of not caring much. What do you want us to believe? How do you want us to feel? That is my question. I really don't get it. Let's keep watching the rest of the video.
Service, we can create a ripple effect. You in?
Yes, times 40. 40, 40, 40, and then 40 times I say yes. Is it okay if I still do it in the hat?
I wouldn't expect anything less. Thanks, friend.
Bye, friend.
Cheers.
See you at 50.
Okay, people have talked about that cup of her. I'd like to make a zoom of
See you
that.
at 50.
Wait a second. can't make a zoom right now, but I like to. I think that has a brand. There are people that it's impressive. I went to. There's everything on the internet. I went to a page that says everything about. I think that's the. In fact, this is the watch that you're not seeing here because I have this. Let's put it this away. The watch she's wearing, I understand that that's Diana's, Lady D's watch on her latest years, her last years. And I understand the cup has a brand, her attire is a brand, her shoes, the people know the brand too. They know the brand. I don't know, people just know it, or her her PR team tells everything that she's wearing. It's impressive how the amount of research that people do about what she's doing, what she's wearing, that everything. It certainly amazes me. So if we keep playing,
Cheers.
See you at 50.
we get the right this is the design, the general design. This is the general colors of the Archwell page. It's something very clean, something very sans serif, a very clean font, very well designed. It's the same production. It's something that is aligned with the production of the video, but still there's something that is off. That is the way Meghan tries to convey her message is absolutely not the way that she could have done, and she has the experience and she has the skills to express it like engaging the people. I really don't understand why Meghan spoke like this. It's like absolutely unengaged, absolutely absent, almost frozen, almost like having a straight jacket. Here, it's got a straight jacket, right? The straight jacket, all right. Come back to this point, and she blows the candle of her birthday. There's also this conspiracy theory, or I don't remember how to call that. That here the photographs, we got a glimpse there. There's must be the photograph of Lilibeth. We haven't seen Lilibeth yet. We want to see Lilibeth. I understand that Meghan has all the right in the world to her own privacy. You will say, how could Meghan want privacy when she went all out on Oprah in that interview in March? And yes, that is something that is really at odds, one thing with the other. She's got the right to privacy. She got the right to not show any pictures of Lilibeth. She has the right of not showing Lilibeth to anyone. At the same time, she's really like outwards, like a very commercial. This is trying to be in her image everywhere. In this case, it's not a commercial thing. But we know that she has, of course, interest with Netflix, with Spotify. There's all this commercial interest because they have to make a living, right? So that's something that it's kind of odd. I was watching an Instagram post in these days about one celebrity. I quite don't remember who she was. That she published. I don't know what's Halle Berry. I don't know if Halle Berry has children. In fact, that this celebrity published pictures of her children, but their faces, they never showed their faces. It was like Leonardo DiCaprio songs in Inception. The faces were never there. You never saw the faces. So people thought that, hey, are you ashamed? Are you ashamed of your children that you don't show their faces? And no, she said, no, I'm not ashamed of them. I just want to respect their privacy. And this is something that a right everyone has, right? The problem is when you have people like Meghan that have exploited that so-called privacy for her own good, for her own brand, But it's not no other way to say it. So it's a bit hard to understand how she managed things. It's when you have a double standard. Is that you behave this way in one moment and behave the other way when it's an advantage to you. That's a narcissistic pattern. That's a manipulative pattern. That, well, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd to understand. So there were like some bloopers at the end.
It's a lot of hat work, guys. What about it?
And finally, I think this smile. By the way, I think this is a real smile. I will give Meghan this one. This is a real smile. Thank you, Alexa, for your super chat. Thank you very much. I'm gonna give Meghan that this is a real smile. I don't know why this attitude was not all over the video. It was such a short video, and just at the end in the bloopers is that she has a relaxed, authentic smile. She is those cheeks are pressing her eyes. Is a full blown smile. Her eyes, there's this real delight in them, and why not show it in the other parts of the video? There's a mystery. I don't have the answer. If you have the answer, please comment it, because I have no idea.
What about an afternoon tea with your chickens?
No, see, I don't really think that tea with.
And there's Harry. Harry finally found his balls and he's juggling them. Yes, everyone made that joke. I had to make it too. Sorry. Yeah, that's Harry in the background juggling. There is absolutely no use for that unless you want the only unique and authentic moment of comedy in this video. And what is sad is at the expense of Harry. All right, I understand. I totally understand. You can be. I'm sort of a clown too sometimes, like a jester, like a court jester. I do it all the time. I like to, you know my videos, and I don't take myself that seriously. I have no problem taking my humor a bit further every time. It's okay that Harry appears juggling there, but the fact that he's like absolutely outside the frame, that it's like I don't know, in the garden, that it's so away. The fact, some say that there's no way that Melissa could have this Harry there, and then Melissa begins laughing. All right, just like some editing. Thank you, Ponytail, for your super sticker. Thank you very much. The fact that you have Melissa in full royal garden attire, and then she laughs and she's gone back to the robe. That's a bit odd. That's okay. There's bloopers. There's Harry juggling in the back. Many people say there's no way that Melissa could have seen Harry at that angle of the laptop. For God's sake, it's an edited video. They're trying to convey spontaneity, and I'm not saying that that should be. Thank you, Heidi, for your super chat. Thanks, Heidi. I'm saying that it's wrong that they try to edit to, I don't know, put some humor in it at all costs. But the problem is that in the end, it looks fake. And it is a bit cringe because you're including, your main topic is that it's something very serious. It's the fact that all of us, not only women, I think all humanity was really, really affected by COVID last year. And of course, this initiative is for women that had always a hard time, in the workplace. Thanks, Rachel, for your super sticker. Thank you very much. Women have a harder time in the workplace. Why? Because there's this competition. Men are more aggressive. We have more this. There's so many hurdles for women to reach the same levels as men in the workplace. We all know that there's a difference in what women earn compared to men. It's a real problem, and it was made worse by COVID. Thanks you, Tin, for your super chat. Thank you very much. And the problem is that this very serious topic is presented this way. That is what you don't know if you try to laugh or I don't know, that get the humor of this. That's one of the, I used to have to watch a lot. I don't watch him much lately. I used to watch a lot of John Oliver. In fact, you see my style of my videos. I have a lot in common with Last Week Tonight. John Oliver was a great inspiration since 2015 for me to create the show that I have. As I said, I'm not watching him much lately. I think he has divided. He's going away from that original style he had. But it's something like you got this presentation. You have this way of making comedy of serious things, and that's something that Jones have always said that's really difficult. How you take something very, very serious, something that is sometimes very delicate for many people who have experienced that, and how do you include humor in that? And that's very difficult. And I understand that it's very hard. That's why I make a video on someone disappear on something, or in politics, or in topics that are a bit more, I don't know, serious. It's much more difficult to include humor, and this is not easy. But at the same time, if you know that it's something is not easy, and you have this production level, then you should have made yourself. I understand, Meghan, that you have friends that are very good at comedy, okay, like Melissa. Hey, how do you think we could frame this? And I don't know, call other friends, and maybe Melissa should be the one. And you think about Last Week Tonight, when you think about Saturday Night Live, there's not one person writing, there's a group of person that are writing the jokes, suggesting jokes, and make a brainstorm. So this is what we could do. This is how we could structure that, and this is how we could fit jokes that do not demean or throw shade on the royals, because that is not needed here. And we finally get to the point of our topic in a laid back way. That is extremely difficult. I can say that is really, really difficult, and it's a lot of room, no matter your intentions, no matter your production value, to do it wrong. And this is wrong. It was done the wrong way. Again, very good for the intentions, not so very good for the implementation and how it came across. And I got more super stickers here. Thank you, Sandra, for your super sticker, and Willow for your super sticker too. Sue James also. Coriander with a super chat. The average TV show is 30 minutes. Makes sense. They all get their own episode. I want to know what is this? This is an answer to something. Yes, the answer. The average TV show is 30 minutes, like 42 minutes, 30 minutes, or shorter TV shows. I don't know why we're talking about that. And what is Melissa McCarthy going to mentor the entertainment industry? That's the most unstable industry ever. Yes. I don't want to talk. There's something topics about the entertainment industry that are really, really dark. I would like to talk about them. I'm planning on doing videos. There's so many topics I would like to talk about, but you know the master YouTube, you have to be very careful. The topics you choose. How you frame those topics, how you talk about those topics, it has to be family friendly. I would like to make episodes with a bit more edge, but at this point I'm still figuring out how to make these lives every day, how to make these videos every day, and I think that's my gift to you, so to speak. But I would like to create more edgy videos in these topics. Maybe I don't know, for those who become members, you can become a member. If you want to support my channel, if you want to support my videos, there's this button of join right beside the subscribe button. You can also subscribe. By joining, you become a member of my site, and you can support me month to month creating my videos, and we can decide if I can create these secret videos to my members. You can join, we can vote, we can talk, and it will be really nice. I got another super chat from Redwoods. Thank you, Redwoods. And Coriander again. 40 friends each get 40 minutes. We mentioned that each get their own episode. Oh, yes. Yes, I understand your point. Coriander is saying something really, really clever. It's like you got 40 friends, each get 40 minutes. But in the end, it's like a series that everyone talking about. It's like this site. It's I think it's called Masterclass. You got classes from Gordon Ramsay. You got classes from Malcolm Gladwell, Helen Mirren, and each on their own way. Maybe it's kind of that. It's sort of a masterclass initiative. That's the problem. We have a lot of content. I think we have a lot of content that Stephanie, thanks for your super sticker. We got the content, we got the inspiration, we got the motivation. In YouTube, there's any kind of motivation and inspiration for everyone. And I think we have too much of that. Real mentorship is not just 40 minutes. No, real mentorship is much more than that. Real mentorship is trying to getting one person from A to at least F, from A to F, okay? Trying to understand their process along all that journey, and trying to help them in a way that makes them blossom themselves. That's the roses. It's a good analogy, a good symbol for that, in fact. But I think just talking about 40 minutes doesn't cut it, especially if it's 40 different people. It will be better if, for example, one of them, I don't know, they create a series of videos or I don't know. I think it doesn't look. I think, as I said earlier, the problem is that we're trying to make sense of the 40 minutes, and that's another mistake. Communication mistake. You inserted a piece or some words of a piece of your message that distracts from the rest of the message, the real part of the message, that it's inviting your friends to mentor women. That's it. Forget the 40 minutes. You don't need that, right? It will be necessary to stop at that. Sometimes you keep talking, and you just mess up. You add something that you don't need to the message. You have to be very clear. You have to make every word count. That's really important. Make every word count. No fill words. That's important. Thank you, Elysian Soul Tarot, by your super sticker. Thanks a lot. So it has been great. I think that we haven't reached the end of the video yet. Was Harry still doing his juggling with sunglasses? That's the sunglasses on. There's a lot we can say about symbols using Harry using sunglasses. Is the only person using sunglasses in the video. He's juggling. He's making a fool of himself outside. There's a lot of things that, all right, that's comedy. That's funny, but again, that's why so many people said, I don't understand. I don't get it. Very good what you're trying to do. That's great what you're trying to do, but it doesn't. It's not getting across. That's my general interest in my channel, by my videos, and that's something I wanted to talk about the fact that, for example, Meghan's videos, my two Meghan videos are the most popular videos in my channel. People want to know what's all about Meghan and what I think has uh, what attracts people to the Meghan, the concept of Meghan Markle, is that they want to know if she's legit, if she's for real, if what she says is for real. Many people say already have made their conclusions. She is not what she wants people to believe that she is. She's lying. I've openly said that she lied about Kate Middleton making her cry and a couple more things. And I think that's part of what people want to know. And I really didn't know. I must confess, before March, before she did that Oprah interview in March, I didn't know how much people were following the British royals. It was insane. I was like in other topics and in politics. I simply divided and I stopped doing politics. That's why you can see that I don't do much politics, because you can never win. You try to do like a rational assessment of a political figure, and you will always going to take heat from both sides, from the defense and the haters. You're gonna take heat from both sides. I don't want that. And so show business, royals has been much more fun, much more relaxed. And the concept of Meghan Markle is that people want to know if she's legit, if she's for real, and she does this kind of things that people say this is just, it's like hypocritical. It looks really hypocritical, and that is not good for her brand. It's good for people talking about her. Here we are talking about her video, talking about how she is trying to make her message across. But what I want with this live is not criticize Meghan, because her initiative, again, is very good. But the way the message is conveyed and the way that you should be aware that what you say, how you say it, your timing, the way that you engage with your hands, the way that you're convinced of what you're saying, how you address your being on time for your speech or your reunion or your conversation or your sales calls, everything, how your voice comes across the whole, how you listen to people, how you look at people and you paraphrase what they say. Everything should be done for your message. And your message is how you want to, the most important word is persuasion. Persuasion is not a bad word. Manipulation is a bad attitude. You manipulate people by neutralizing them. Persuasion is about convincing them that they want to take action. For example, if you want someone to be mentor of women, then you have to persuade them, you have to convince them. But for them, you have to be persuasive, you have to be convincing. It's sort of a negotiation to them to see that their best course of action is that. And for that, the message is the king, the absolute king or queen, if you want to think that the message is female. It doesn't matter. In this case, you don't want to feel like you are the protagonist, because you are not. It's like you're giving a TED talk. Let's say you're giving a TED talk. You in fact, you don't want people to pay attention to you. You want people to pay attention to your message. And you don't want to get in the way of your message, because in fact then you'll be missing the opportunity to move people, to engage people in your initiative, in your project, in your idea. You'll be missing the point. It's your best interest. Your message should be fully understood, completely understood, and you have to make sure that you do not get in the way. Is that, for example, it's a very, very common scenario that someone dresses very flashy, like, I don't know, like a mohawk, a green mohawk. Imagine that the body language guy has like a buzz cut here, has green mohawk, and I dress in magenta and have purple glasses, and those are my videos. And you'll be more aware of what I'm wearing, my image, how I'm presenting myself, than my message. And what I want you to engage is with my ideas. So I should dress and should be present my ideas, my videos, everything in a way that packages that message, that idea, so you have absolutely no problem listening, understanding, digesting, and reflecting about that. So that's our main goal. We have I did not bring water today. I think I'm gonna read some comments. All right. All right. Yeah, talking about narcissists. Yes, again, then Meghan may be greedy. I have absolutely no way of affirming that, but we have, of course, clues for it. All right, the submissive and dominatrix dynamic between Harry and Meghan. That happens a lot between couples. But Allison says it happens a lot. All right, this is a topic that I want to cover sometime. That Meghan has a Jodi Arias vibe. Oh my God, that sounds like more creepy than I thought. All right, this is another take. Shame on Melissa McCarthy mocking a 95-year-old monarch and mocking a British tradition. I am disappointed at her bad joke. She lowered herself, in my opinion. There's also this host. I don't recall her name. I don't know if it was these days that she mocked the Queen, saying that the Queen really doesn't do much beyond welcoming people, saluting people, and that's it. And that's quite not true. I'm not real a fan of the British monarchy. I've read quite some content about them, some books, some interviews, to better understand this dynamic. But I don't think that you can be that generalized in that term, trying to be so. I don't know how to put that in those terms. I know that on some point people do the same to Meghan, do the same to the Queen. They talk in ways that maybe could not be like academic, could not be like the right way to talk about women. But in the case of Meghan, she has done some things, and we have seen Harry's attitude, and we cannot help but think that she's the one pulling the strings. And it sounds ominous. It sounds like she's got more power that I don't know that we can give her credit for. But it's something that we sense, and that's a hot topic for another live. That's what do you think when you see a person and we see them talking? The first impression that you have, that blink. In fact, Malcolm Gladwell. I recently mentioned Malcolm Gladwell. He has this. I had this book back here, Blink, and that you certainly know some things just by looking at them. And sometimes you can look at a person and just drive conclusions from what you just look about them in a flash. In fact, I'm trying to. I think I'll be publishing tomorrow a video about those psychopathic and sociopathic stares, the way sociopaths stare at you, and the three kind of stares. If you don't want to miss it, please subscribe. You can subscribe and hit that bell. And if you can like this video right now, this live will help me a lot, so more people can see it. I'm in debt with all of you who have asked me for Erica Jane, and Tom Girardi analysis. I have that analysis on the oven. Is cooking. It's coming. Have not forgotten you. I promise that analysis, and that analysis is going to come. Erica Jane and Tom Girardi from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I understand. Yes. Thanks, Didi, for your super chat. Thanks a lot from Canada. We're talking that Justin Trudeau was one of the friends that Meghan got for this initiative. And thank you, Easy 1A Barton. Are you family of Clint Barton? Are you family of Hawkeye? I recently published to my other YouTube channel a video I did on Hawkeye a while ago. Sometimes I like to, let me see if I can, yes, I can style better the comments this way. Marisa, thank you very much. This is all. This is not about criticizing. This is gossip is very good. Gossip is very useful. Today I learned, this very day, I was listening that gossip has a very good application. Is that, for example, when you're going to work, okay, when you're accepting a job, you want to know if that atmosphere where the place that you're going to work is a good place to work. In that case, finding someone that can give you some gossip, some insights, something that what's going on behind walls, it's very good to make a decision if it's worth your energy, your time to enter a position, a job. Now that we're talking about jobs and everything, it will be worth your time and your energy enters a toxic workplace. And it can be really useful because you could have reviews in that page called Glassdoor about the workplace conditions. But in cases like that, gossip is very useful. You can find someone who has worked there. You can find someone that has experience working with that team. It is very extremely important talking to them, interviewing them. If they worked with that in that workplace, and they're not working in that anymore, it would be really great if you get insights. I understand that not having a job can be really stressful and be like driving you nuts. But accepting a job that is going to drive you even more nuts because you don't understand, because it's a toxic atmosphere, a toxic workplace, could be even worse. It can even cripple you even in physical ways. So this is a very delicate topic. It says no one can say that they have the ultimate answer to that sort of question. But I don't know. We all have been through hard times in this last 20 months, and I think that we all need to find our own answers. That was this channel, how this channel was born. I want to give you insights how to understand human behavior in a way that you can use. You can say, hey, I have a bad feeling about this, and I'm listening to this person, and I'm listening to their words, and I put they word here, and put their body language here, and there's absolutely no way that I can connect them. That's what I want you to get. That's what I want you to get from these videos. So, reaching the end. I don't want this lives to be more than 1 hour and a half. My intention was 45 minutes, but I just keep going. You know me. Most of you already know me. I keep going and going. I cannot stop talking about human behavior. You can give me a full afternoon, a full weekend, and I will not stop talking. And I'm really sorry, because I really want to talk with you, like be talking and reading your comments. It's really virtually impossible for my brain to talk and read comments at the same time. I don't know if people are able to do that, to talk. So it's like I don't know, Kenny G playing the flute, like blowing the flute and taking air at the same time. That's virtually impressive. That's really impressive what Kenny G does. Thanks, Veronica. Veronica is a regular here. Her channel is very good. If you want to know more about Ukrainian culture, I suggest that you follow Veronica Olson with her Ukrainian perspective. I like her channel a lot. And so we're reaching the end. I will try to read all your chat comments. If you have any questions about this, any requests about analysis, just comment it in any video. I'm trying to read the comments. For you that are following me on other social media channels, I have an announcement to make. I'm making a 30-day pause in my Twitter account and my Instagram account. I'm just trying to detox from social media. I'm only using YouTube and email. I'm trying to go 30 days without any social media, no Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram, so I won't be posting there. I manage my social media personally. I do all my work because I want to be in touch. I want to read your comments. I want to read your message. But right now, for my own mental health, my own sanity, I will be pausing Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so you can find me here in YouTube. That way, if you comment in any video, if you comment in this live, you comment in any of my posts, if you subscribe and comment in any of my published videos, I can respond. You can suggest analysis, you can suggest topics, and if I don't create a video, an edited video, then we can have a 1 hour and a half live. I will do it, and I think it will be really fun. I suggest that you do the same, and that will be a last suggestion to know if you're addicted to something. I have like this strategy to verify if I'm addicted to something. If I cannot stop it for 30 days, then it means that I'm addicted to it. It have happened to me. Someday I'm going to tell you about my addiction. I was addicted to video games quite some years ago, and it was really bad. And since I overcame that addiction, I just, when I think that I cannot get away from something, I say, I'm gonna make a 30-day break. If I cannot make the 30-day break, it means that I'm addicted and I need to look for help. So that's what I'm trying to do. I think from Twitter and Instagram, I think Twitter is a bit more toxic because people really have, and there are a lot of people with issues there. And Instagram, I also wanted to take a step back and see what is the effect on my well-being. So far, I have like 4 days without them. I haven't feel withdrawal symptoms yet. Yes, I wanted to check what is going on, but I have more than enough with your comments here in YouTube. You tell me if you see that something happens with Meghan, just let me know here in the comments. With Britney Spears, you know that my videos on Britney Spears have been really a great experience. I owe you a video of 40 plus minutes on Britney. I'm working on it. I owe you a video on Meghan Markle and all the conspiracies on Meghan Markle. I'm sorry that it's taken so long, but being videos that are longer than expected, I want to do something that is not just rambling, but I want to do something more like a documentary that you can watch again and again, and brings real insights how you can understand not only Britney's and Meghan's case, but also your insights in human behavior. That is my main topic here in this channel. And I also am going to make this, if you visit my channel page, you're gonna see that there's a main playlist of analysis and commentary. I think commentary sometimes is, you don't need to analyze. If you saw my latest video on Andrew Cuomo, you'll see that it had very little body language on it, but you could still learn a lot of human behavior from that video. So that video was more commentary and trying to frame all this human behavior topic in a way that you can apply that, even if the topic of subtopic of body language is not that present. So that's why I'm renaming that to analysis and commentary. It's also these videos are still be a lot of content that you can apply, and the other playlist, so you could see a playlist below that, is that I'm gonna make dedicated videos to certain topics like narcissists, how to gaslight a narcissist, when it's a good idea to ghost your manipulative mother. There's my latest video on that. I think that are very important and have been very good feedback on that. And it's a good way to organize my content. It's a good way to organize, for example, these videos. I think today's live, I really enjoyed today's live, even if I could not interact with your comments that much. I never said, I'm not the one to say that something is impossible, but I'm going to try to test myself if it's possible to talk and at the same time read your comments and like answer to comments and be reading comments at the same time. Maybe it's possible, maybe it just takes a lot of practice. I think very few things are really impossible. We just have to practice them over and over again. Thank you for sharing this space this evening for me, maybe some of you in the United States, for example, in California. What time is it in California right now? What time is it in Los Angeles? That's the West Coast, right? What time is it in Los Angeles? Any? By the way, I love one of my favorite cities in the United States is San Francisco. I love that city. It's someday I will explain why I love San Francisco so much, and Boston. I love Boston. So any Bostonians here will be it's almost 2 p.m. in Los Angeles. Love Boston. Love New York, of course. Orlando, Florida is great fun too. Atlanta, I hope coming back to Atlanta someday. I hope to visit United States soon, and all the cities that and of course I'm currently in Eastern Europe, so I have London. I would like to go back to London soon too. All this limitation of flights is still a bit crazy, but I hope that we'll be meeting in person soon. So just thank you again for being here. My body language bodies, there's bodies or bodies, whatever you want to understand that word. My pronunciation made the magic of that. And my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. And there was another chapter, and we will be together. We will meet again in another chapter, another live, another episode very, very soon. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Have a great evening.